sophomore Drew Williams. Number 11, sophomore Ricky Hackler. Number 17, sophomore Alex Little. Number 23, sophomore Pearson Birchfield. Number 24, sophomore goalkeeper Ben Schaefer. And number 25, sophomore Kit Huddleston. The Indians are coached by Mike Sullivan and Cody Carson.
And there is your starting lineup for both teams, brought to you by Coca-Cola. As now we take you back to the field for the national anthem. And that was the playing of the national anthem, and that is going to put the brakes on the Davis Ford pregame show as we're just about a minute away from the First American National Bank opening kick here in this matchup today in the quarterfinals of the MAC JC playoffs between ICC and Jones County. As we mentioned, the winner of this match will advance to the semifinals Saturday at 5:30 against Pearl River. The Indians came up short this season of back-to-back North Division championships, as they're the number 2 seed out of the North. Hines gets to bye into the semifinals as they were the top seed there. And you take a look across the way as well as the Indians huddling up and break the huddle here. And now we're welcome on set by Coach Cody Carson.
All right, Adam. Great to be here today.
Well, Cody, I know you guys have had a lot of chances to take a look at this Jones team. Beat them earlier in the season 2-1.
Right.
That was a long time ago. Talk about this Jones squad.
This Jones, they're a great team. They've got their sophomore led, Suleiman Diakate, number 10. He's their leading goal threat, along with number 20, Evan Buckley. They combined for 21 goals this year.
Absolutely. As you take a look on the screen there on Let's Go ICC, you got some of your girls across the way out supporting the good guys with some signs. So great support. And hopefully we get a few more people down here as the day continues, as classes kind of wrap up for the afternoon. Well, Cody, let's just sort of talk about the mindset here. We got a good start against Hines in the regular season finale. Probably want to try to come out and do the same here.
Absolutely.
Set the tone early.
Yeah, I think we're going to, the Indians are going to play a little high pressure. We've noticed some things on film that about Jones that we're going to try to exploit early in the game. One of that is just coming out and putting immediate pressure whenever we do not have the ball.
So the Indians with it now, they're going to try to reverse field and work up the field. Of course, earlier today we found out that Ben Schaefer, for the 5th time this season, has been named Keeper of the Week, and we need another great performance out of Ben, and he's been steady all season long.
Ben's been amazing in the goal. We've I think given up 0.8 goals per game this season, and we attribute that to our back line and importantly, Ben Schaefer back there.
So Jones with the throw in here. Jones in the maroon and yellow shorts going on the attack here. The Indians break it up nicely. You see Hackler coming across, breaking that one up, and he is going to be knocked down, so that would go back ball to the Indians. So this is going to be, I believe that was number 23 on the kick. Yep. That's going to be Birchfield.
Right.
Sends it downfield in a hurry. You see pretty much the second half of the season has been the case for everybody. Once Fernandez gets near the ball, he sees a quick double, sometimes triple team.
Absolutely. He scored When he scored 6 goals against Southwest, everybody perked up, and ever since that game, he's been double and triple teamed, and teams have been game planning around him, which has opened up some opportunities for Blake Lashley, who's kind of taken the scoring lead since that day, and I think he's scored 6 goals since that day.
So this is going to be Dylan Howard sending in the corner here. Nice send in, broken up by Jones, popped straight up in the air, loose ball, and it is going to be sent out of bounds. See what they're going to say. It's going to say out of the Indians that time. So
Right.
good opportunity there for the Indians. Just couldn't quite come up with anything. Now, Cody, feel free to explain soccer's, as this is going to be one of those where I myself are still learning this game.
Right.
And a lot of people watching right now may not be as astute to the game of soccer as those who play it rather often.
Right. Well, the Indians coming out in a 4-5-1 formation. Jones, what we've noticed on film is they play a pretty straightforward 4-4-2, 4 defenders, 4 midfielders, 2 attackers. ICC, we play 5 midfielders and 1 attacker, along with 4 defenders.
They tried to send it forward to Hackler that time, intercepted by Jones, but the Indians keep possession right now. Of course, that's going to be one thing that they want to do right here, Cody, is win the battle of time possession.
Absolutely. We've got a very great technical team as far as technical ability with the ball, that we can keep it away. And our philosophy is the longer we have the ball, the less opportunities you have to score.
This is Hackler now going to leave it off to Molly on the side. Now centers it back over to Howard. Howard, one of the top in the nation in assist. Tried to feed it forward that time to Fernandez, but it was intercepted, kicked back, and cleared. But the Indians maintain possession.
Pearson does a great job. Pearson Birchfield in the back, winning the ball in the air, always bringing it directly down to his feet, controlling it, and finding an open teammate.
By the time they try to go ahead to Howard, just let him a bit too far. Great effort that time by Dylan just to try to get ahead on it, see if he couldn't direct it towards the goal. So the Indians, this is going to be one thing they want to do is, I guess you refer to it as a jump ball situation.
Right.
Want to take and try to dominate those and win the possessions each time.
Right. We've got 2 midfielders that will kind of sit in front of the back 4 that can win those balls in the air. Blake Lashley, we call him Bones.
Yep.
And Evan Thomas. They're both tall boys that are strong and physical and not afraid to get in there.
Well, that time they tried to lead it forward to Fernandez and just a miscue on the read that time. Now they send it down. Going to fire a shot long way. An easy save that time for Schaefer.
That's a shot that we'll accept all day. A shot 25 yards from our goal. We believe in Ben, that he, any shot that's not directly in front of him, he's going to have a great opportunity to stop.
The Indians are on the attack here. They're trying to lead forward, see if they can't slip something past the defenders. But right now, Jones doing a pretty good job of stepping in those passing lanes. Nearly snuck that one ahead that time as they were looking for Alex Little streaking down the side. A sliding save, kicks it out of bounds. So the Indians will have it right here with the throw in. This is going to be Fernandez with it, looking to go to work, and quickly, as normal, you see 2 defenders closing in on Fernandez.
Right. He's looking to get the ball in turn quickly, as quickly as he can, and face goal.
They try to send it backside. Hackler going to try to chase it down, does so before it goes out of bounds. Nice hustle that time out of Ricky. Indians send it in. Howard has it now. Going to try to reset up top. But Cody, what are the Indians trying to attack in this formation they're facing right now?
Right now, we're trying to get in some crosses from the wings. You can see Kit Huddleston and Jerry Malley. They're both getting forward in the attack. There are 2 defenders, but they also come forward in the attack quite often. They both have great technical ability. They both can cross the ball in well, and they're looking to just put it in that box and make it a dangerous situation.
This will be another corner kick coming up here for the Indians. 39 minutes, 40 seconds to go here in the first half of play. Adam Gore, Cody Carson bringing this play-by-play. We do want to thank everyone for tuning in here on LetsGoICC.com. Send it ahead. It's going to be sent out. This is Huddleston. Huddleston fires on it. Oh, nearly finds the strike as the ball came free, and a good job by Jones, keeper. There for a second, gave up on the ball, and then realized, oh, shoot, it's still live, and he was able to get back on top of it. Almost a golden opportunity for the Indians.
Right. Kit Huddleston has a cannon for our left foot. He scored a spectacular free kick Friday against Hines, and just yesterday in practice, he probably hit a shot from 35, 40 yards out. He's a special player.
Nice slide that time by Huddleston to get the ball back over for the Indians. Little with it now, trying to go down the side. A lot of tugging on the jersey that time. Going to fire it across the way. Hackler streaking down the backside, tries to pop one in, but pops it up and out of play. So to go back to Jones. Indians looking good early, getting some opportunities. You got to think here in a minute one of those is going to break and they'll be able to find the back of the net.
All right, that was a great example of that wing play I was mentioning earlier. Alex Little beats his man, gets past the foul, is able to put in across to the back post where Ricky's waiting. We just need Ricky to take an extra touch there and look up and find a man or a shot.
So Jones will send this one back in. More of a line drive shot this time. And the Indians come up with, or they had it and then turned it right back over to Jones. Now Jones wants to go on the attack. Loose ball is going to go out of bounds, and they're going to say it's going to remain with the Bobcats. Well, Cody came up short of the goal of winning the North this season, but able to rally back with a big win, 4-0, and basically a race against time
Right.
in that match in the season finale. Just talk about the mindset of the guys this week coming into this match.
After that win on Friday, which was, like you said, it was just a race against time, Hines being a couple hours late because their bus breaking down. Took Saturday off. Sunday came back and, worked on specific game planning for Jones. Everybody, it was great practice where we responded well, and yesterday was just a kind of getting loose day, just making sure we got everything in order.
Yeah, because about this time of the season, if you don't know it already, you're not going to know it all.
Right. Yeah, the guys have done a great, it's been 3 months of work, all culminating in today's match, and they're ready.
Fernandez with it now, chasing it down. It's going to be kicked to the side. So they're going to say it's going to be a throw in here. So they tried to avoid the corner kick. 37 minutes to play here until halftime. Scoreless on a windy day here in Fulton. Cloudy, but
yep. Hoping we can miss this rain that's coming eventually.
So this is going to be a throw in here. I believe this is Huddleston to throw this one in. Leaves it inside that time. Maybe a little bit of miscommunication by the Indians as Jones clears that one out. So now Jones is going to back it back out and try to reset, move against this heavy pressure defense out of the Indians. Now it's taken away, leads it forward to Howard. Howard, though, just couldn't quite get to it. Good idea, just didn't quite get a good angle on it that time.
And that's a great example of the high pressure that we anticipated ICC would come out in. We had Alex pressuring him inside, Dylan Howard coming in and applying that instant pressure, and it resulted in a turnover that nearly resulted in a shot for Dylan.
So Jones is going to send this one in once again. 36 minutes to play here until halftime. We're still scoreless. Pushes it forward. The Indians get it. Now Jones steps in front of the pass. You see the Indians right now, Cody, trying to force the issue, as you said, trying to put a lot of pressure on them defensively and offensively, trying to go for that big strike or a long pass downfield, or Jones been able to step in a few of those.
Right. Our main plan is to get the ball to Anthony Fernandez's feet as quickly as possible. He's a special player that can make things happen and get others involved with the play.
Nice defense that time by Little as he boots it out. Jones set to throw in once again. Scoreless here in the first half of play. This is the quarterfinals of the MACJC playoffs. Indians clear it out nicely that time as Jones had one of their best possessions all day. And now Alex Little stepping in front of it. Doing a little fancy footwork there, keeping the defense on their toes. So the Indians now cleared out. Huddleston with it. Looking to send it. Up the field he goes to Fernandez. Fernandez clears. To run this one down. But a good job by Lashley this time coming up to get it. Leaves it up to Fernandez. Fernandez up the field in a hurry here to Howard. Howard trying to let it clear. Now he's going to let it sit and let his teammates catch up with him here. In the corner he goes with it, looking to go to work. Howard pushing it up, and it's going to be lost out of bounds that time. Maybe just trying to do a little bit too much over in the corner that time by Dylan.
Dylan is a great player, 1v1. We like for him to take advantage of any matchup he finds himself in a 1v1. We don't mind him taking anybody on, no matter where they're from.
So Jones will send this one downfield again. 34 minutes and 30 seconds to go until halftime, still scoreless. Cleared, nicely done by Howard that time. Pushes up the field, finds Little, scoring opportunity here, fires. Oh, just couldn't quite get a solid foot in that one. Not a bad idea, as he wanted to fire it in a hurry, now to get a chance for the keeper to adjust.
Right, Alex has got a great quick strike. If he gets his foot around that, that's definitely on target and possibly a goal.
So we remain scoreless as the Indians seem like they're inching closer and closer to this breakthrough. So we talked about the winner of this match will advance to Saturday's semifinals round against Pearl River. That will be hosted at Jones. Now Jones County pushing it up, having a scoring opportunity here on the other end. Let's go inside, but broke it up nicely that time by number 10, Drew Williams.
Drew and Pearson have been a great center back combination for us the last couple years. They've just about started every match together. They've got a great chemistry with each other, and they know when to step and when to drop with each other.
So it appears the ball has rolled into the ditch. So they're going to get the one from behind the net here. Corner kick. Cody, explain to those that are just watching this that may not keep up with soccer often the purpose and just the ideal corner kick here.
Well, what you want to do is you want to get it, you want to put it right in front of the goalkeeper, just where he can't come and get the ball. You want to put it in a place where he's got to make a decision: do I stay in the goal or do I come out and risk not catching it?
Well, nicely played that time defensively by the Indians. The header was popped up, and another easy save for Schaefer. So Jones with it now, kind of a little game of keep away on the backfield. Indians come up and get it. They're going to try to clear it ahead. And I believe that's going to be a foul on Fernandez that time. Kind of just a little shoulder check to get an advantage to get to the ball.
Right, he was just trying to clear out his defender, give himself a little space, and the referee didn't like it.
Braden Timmons set to check in at the next opportunity. That's one thing that's been a luxury for the Indians this season. They've got a lot of depth that they can play with.
Right. We've got 10 sophomores starting today, and a lot of young freshmen on the bench that have stepped up. Braden's one of our sophomores, and he's done a great job coming off the bench and providing a spark for us all year.
By that time they sent it ahead, but offside was the call. 31 minutes, 45 seconds to play here until halftime. We're still scoreless here in this quarterfinal round between the Indians and Jones County. I do want to welcome everyone watching on LetsGoICC.com. Hopefully this won't be our last soccer broadcast of the season. Hopefully we'll be able to bring you a semifinal and state championship match, and even better, a state championship call on Sunday. Lashley with it now. Drops it off. The Indians looking to move it around here. They leave it ahead. This is going to be to Alex Little. Alex Little gets past his defender. Leaves it up. Nice give and go. Shot is up just too high. Beautiful play that time by the Indians. Just couldn't quite get the ball to dip down on him that time. Beautiful, just quick assist off the foot of Fernandez.
All right, that was a good combination. Went from Evan in the middle of the field, played a great long ball out to Alex, who controlled it well, found Anthony's feet for the quick combination to get the shot on goal, or shot just over the goal.
Well, Timmons will check into the match for the Indians. Out will come Alex Little. Alex is an aggressive guy, so you have to get him out because he's going to give it all he's got from the get-go.
He is a tough defender. He is as good a defender as he is attacker.
So the Indians with possession, move it ahead, a battle for it now. Jones fans wanting a little too much contact there. Leave it ahead, shot, no, offside. Tough break there as they left it up to Hackler. And now the official coming up and saying a word with one of the Jones players. I believe that's Reese Sloan, maybe having a little bit too much to say after that contact was not called earlier.
Right. That was a great physical battle between him and Anthony that Ricky was able to come up and clean up the trash.
So now the Indians allow the ball to clear as they get it. Move it ahead to Howard. Howard drops it back now. You got Timmons, if they can reverse field here, wide open on the other side. Now Huddleston with it. Huddleston is hit hard, and I tell you what, when Colby Korst hits you, you're going to feel it. He's almost built like a football linebacker.
Yeah, he's one of those rare players that has size and speed and technical ability.
So that was broken up that time by Jones. I believe this will result in a corner kick coming up here for the Indians at the 29-minute mark here of the first half. We're scoreless. Cody Carson, the assistant coach of the Indians, joining us in the broadcast booth. Cody, I want to thank you immensely for helping us out today.
Absolutely. It's always fun to step up here in the commentator's booth and get to see the game from a little bit more of an aerial perspective.
Corner kick sent in, cleared out by Jones. Howard leaves it back now to Huddleston. Molly with it. Quickly moving ahead. Looking for somewhere to go with it. It's going to be kicked out of bounds by Jones. Possession will stay with the Indians. Well, Cody, what have you thought so far of the first half with 28 and a half to play here until halftime?
Well, ICC has maintained most of the possession. I've had most of the chances. Jones is going to be dangerous on the counterattack. They've got two good players up top, but ICC we need to move. Our movement off the ball needs to be a little bit better.
So Jerry with it now, looking for somewhere to go. Tried to leave it ahead to Hackler, but it was taken away by Jones. Now Jones moving ahead, and that's going to be a foul on the Indians. So Jones will keep the possession near midfield.
That was close to being a very dangerous counterattack, like I just mentioned. You know, ICC we push our players up, try to get into the attacking third and possess the ball. We lose it quickly in a dangerous area in midfield, and Jones is able to break.
Well, quickly they send it ahead. The Indians get a header on it to clear it back out. Jones maintains possession for a moment. Nice job by Hackler coming up to clean that one up. Now Howard with it. Leaves it ahead. This is going to be Timmons. No, excuse me. Howard come back to get it. And then Jones steps back in the way. Nice hustle by Jones that time to sort of shield off Howard to get the possession back. That's a handball. He was trying to go one way, slung his hand up to keep his balance, and it just unfortunate for him, fortunate for us,
right,
that it went up and hit his hand.
And that was created by Kit getting his foot on the ball first.
Fernandez with it now. This is where he's dangerous in the open field. Leaves it over to Hackler. Hackler back to Fernandez. Fernandez leaves it back to Lashley. Lashley comes back and gets it, finds it out to Huddleston. Huddleston fires a long shot going back. And nearly another great opportunity for the Indians. But Jones, scrappy, able to send that one out to the side.
That was a great save by Gabe Brown, their keeper there. He came out, made himself big, and kept Ricky Hackler from getting a clear chance on goal.
So we're still scoreless, 26-11 to play here until halftime. Howard with the ball. Shot is going to be deflected away. I believe this is going to be a corner coming up for the Indians. But you got to make these corners dangerous.
And up walks the field Pearson Birchfield, one of our taller players, who's also very strong in there. Like I mentioned earlier, sometimes you'll put your center backs, who are great at winning the ball in the air, in on corner kicks, try to get that advantage.
So this is going to be Dylan Howard to send in this corner. 25 and a half to play here until halftime. No score in the contest. Send it ahead. And somehow Braden Timmons goes flying. Almost end over end, no call. Maybe the official just didn't have it set, ready to go.
Right, that was a good 50-50 challenge there. Braden calls another corner kick.
Howard this time pops it up over the middle. Jump ball for everyone. Trying to quickly get it over. Ball still in the air. Huddleston, oh, there's no way to say that felt good. So you talked about the power of Huddleston. That young man from Jones just felt every inch of it too, as he is trying to catch his breath. You know, that's just part of soccer. You try to get in the way and cause problems, and a lot of times you just end up getting blistered like you did there.
Right. I mean, soccer is a game where you're constantly having to put your body on the line, put your face, put any part of your body in front of that ball. And he felt the full force of Kit Huddleston's left foot there.
Garrett Troutman set to check in at the next opportunity. Garrett actually a two-sport star here at ICC, as he's a member of the men's tennis team. Jones going to clear this one out. Nice win that time by the Indians. Now the Indians on attack here. Lashley in the middle of the field looking to go ahead. Sends it forward that time, looking for Howard. Nothing there. Loose ball. Indians trying to win this one. And a good job by Fernandez to clear it out. Up it goes to Lashley. Lashley on the attack to Howard. Howard comes up, just can't quite get a foot on it in time. Another great save that time by the keeper for Jones. That's Gabe Brown. That's the second time that he has negated a high percentage goal there for the Indians. So you got to think here in a minute, Coach, that one of those are going to break through.
Right, that's what we're hoping for. We just keep pushing, keep pushing. Eventually one of those chances is going to fall our way.
They're going to say that one's sent out by Lashley, so to stay Jones' possession here. You've got 23:15 to play until halftime. We're still scoreless. Huddleston simply steps in front of that one, tries to send it upfield. Out of bounds it goes. So we'll stay with Jones at midfield. So we're going to try to clear it out and switch things over. Was nearly broken up that time by Timmons. So now the Indians back on it defensively. Coach, the Indians have done what you talked about so far, put a lot of pressure on Jones County defensively.
Right. Like you said, another example there of just putting high pressure and trying to create turnovers in our attacking third.
And that really calls for a lot of great conditioning out of these guys.
It does, and that's where our depth comes in as well.
Looks like also set to check in is going to be Watton. Actually, I believe I said that wrong. Michael Watton will be set to check in also. Fires this one in. And an easy scoop that time for Schaefer. Schaefer quickly ahead. He goes to Hackler. Hackler out to Howard. But Jones gets the ball back now. Howard comes across, leaves it over to Timmons. Nice job by Howard to stick around and not give up on the play after the Bobcats were able to come back and get the ball. Ahead they go. Anthony battling for the loose ball. Gets it on the side now. He's going to try to clear it out. The Indians with it. Try to send it across the middle. Lashley had it. Sends it over now to Howard, and they're going to reset the offense here and see what they can work with here. 21:40 to go here until halftime. You heard Coach Sullivan there calling out to the guys, saying you're standing too still in this situation. And that's making things a lot easier on the Bobcats. There's Howard with the steal. Howard with the one-on-one opportunity. Jones nicely coming back to send that one out. Set up a corner kick opportunity here for the Indians. So we're going to have subs checking in here for the Indians.
What you're going to see here is Garrett Troutman coming in playing left back. Alex Little's coming out, and Kid Huddleston's going to move up into left mid, kind of move him up into a little more attacking role.
Hackler and Lashley will check out, and you have a mass substitution coming in for Jones in this situation. So the corner kick coming in here for the Indians. So it appears to be sent in by Dylan Howard. Sends it up. Made it dangerous that time. Jones going to come out and clear and nearly hit our assistant SID, Lee Adams, on the sideline.
That was some swift movement there by Lee to protect that camera.
I think that's all he was worried about, the camera. Remind everybody, if you want to see pictures from today's broadcast, you can go to ICCimages.com. That's ICCimages.com. You can see that. Photos from other soccer matches. You can order those at just almost unfair prices. Lee Adams, Maggie Caldwell, Kim Weigel-Williams doing a great job on those photos for us. Huddleston with it, looking to go to work. Jones sends it ahead off the deflection. Jones had numbers for a second. Good job by the Indians hustling back. Watson couldn't quite get to it. And the Indians doing a nice job of finally getting it and clearing it. Up ahead they go. This is going to be Fernandez with it. And he is hit and knocked down. No call. Nice hustle on both part. Neither one made a move to get an advantage to get to the ball. So the possession will stay with the Indians. 19.5 to play here until halftime. We're still scoreless. Howard leaves it ahead to Fernandez. Fernandez lifts it forward. Puts a boot onto it, but couldn't quite get a solid foot. Could Watson. Nice idea that time. Just once again, the Indians getting a good opportunity to score. Just couldn't get a solid foot on the ball.
All right, we've seen that same sequence happen several times where the ball goes into Anthony's feet. He was able to beat his double team, find the open man, and create a half chance. We haven't really had a great opportunity from those yet, but it's coming.
So the Indians win that jump ball. Jones, though, forces the turnover, takes it back. Trying to work ahead, but instead now they're going to back it back out and clear it here. So the Indians trying to battle for the loose ball, and there's going to be a foul whistled on the far side.
That was a case of Braden Timmons just getting his legs tangled up with the Jones County player there. No ill intent on that foul. Just a little clumsy.
We'll see Jim Holder of WTVA out for today's broadcast. You can see highlights of today's match on WTVA at 6, 9, and 10. Cody, dangerous situation here.
Yep, if they put in a good ball here, it's going to be hard to defend.
So they send it ahead. It's kicked, and it's up in and good. And as you said, they sent in a nice kick. Not a whole lot that Schaefer could do on that one.
That put it in that dead zone there where the keeper has to make a decision. Do I come and risk not catching the ball and being completely out of position, or do I stay in goal and try to defend the redirected ball?
So that was Evan Buckley for Jones with the goal here. So the Indians quickly on the attack. Huddleston with it, trying to go one-on-one. Huddleston sends it ahead. Fernandez thought there might have been someone behind him, but no one there, so he has to hustle to chase this one down. Keeps it in. Jones left it back. Indians somehow find a way to get that possession.
Dangerous opportunity here.
Howard with it quickly, sees a double team, and Jones clears it ahead. Indians send it up. Howard that time just couldn't quite get squared up to the goal, but a nice job of making a threat towards it that time.
Dylan seems to come out of nowhere in some cases, and that was one where he just kind of ghosted in behind the defender and was able to get a foot on it. Just unlucky he couldn't direct it towards the goal.
So 1-0 is your score here. Jones County leading. 16-21 is left here in the first half. Well, Cody, trailing 1-0 now. Do you stick with the same game plan? Just hope you can finally get one of those to break through and just don't really put any pressure on for right now.
Yeah, we're definitely going to stick with the same plan. We've been in this situation before this year, down a goal, and in most cases we have come back. We were in this exact scenario against Jones earlier in the year where they were up 1-0 at halftime, and we came back and won the game 2-1. So the boys they won't panic at halftime, and hopefully they'll be able to get one before halftime.
Well, you see all the fans out wearing the ICC victory red across the way there on LetsGoICC.com. I want to thank Raphael Henry up top running today's camera for this broadcast. Jones trying to make this one dangerous, sending it ahead. Nice job clearing it out that time by the Indians, trying to battle for it, scrap for it, and it's going to go out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in here for Jones. Ahead they go. That was Buckley that time. As try to send it ahead. Nice job that time defensively by the Indians. Going to clear this one out. Jones going to get it near midfield. Allow the defense to reset here and put a little bit more pressure on the Bobcats. Send it ahead. Nice job that time. Let's give credit for number 23, Pearson Birchfield, to make that one a little bit more difficult and a much easier save on Schaefer.
That was a great read by Pearson defensively to come in and track that ball all the way down, get that block in.
Well, Jones going on a much more aggressive attack mode here. Ahead they go with it, fired ahead. Nice job that time. Jones wanted something in that play.
Again, that was a great block there by Pearson. Jones was claiming the handball. But Pearson was just, again, like I said, laid his body on the line to get that block in.
So now the Indians with possession. They're trying to go on the attack here. They trail 1-0. Push it ahead to Howard just a little too far. Jones is going to clear this one out. So it'll be Indian ball. 14 minutes to play here until halftime. Indians getting set to send in some substitutions. Looks like Alex Little will be set to re-enter the match here for ICC, as well as Paul Johnson, not to be confused with Coach Paul Johnson, who's in the broadcast booth with us right now. Unless, Paul, you want to play, we'll be glad to send you out there. Paul says he's going to pass on that.
Blake Lashley also entered the game back there, just kind of sneakily under the radar there. Michael Wathen came off.
So the Indians with it, they trail 1-0. Fernandez sets it back up top. It's going to go out of bounds. A very good possession that time by the Indians. It looks like they just had a little bit of trouble figuring out who wants to go where. Ball nearly taken away that time by Fernandez as it goes out of bounds once again. Throws it ahead, and this time it's going to be deflected out of bounds by Jones, so the Indians will get it back. So anything you can do, I can do better in that sequence. Howard with it now, looking to go to work. He's going to leave it to reset. Ahead they go to Fernandez. Fernandez with it. He fires one ahead, nearly gets it on goal that time, just a little too wide outside. And now you're starting to see the Indians firing a little far from outside, but a guy like Anthony, you don't mind seeing those shots.
All right, that's an encouraging sign there, seeing Anthony turn, face up to goal, and take a shot there. We don't mind seeing Anthony. As long as he sees the goal, is it within sight of it, we don't mind him taking a shot because he's dangerous from anywhere on the field.
So Jones will send this one down once again. 50-50 ball still loose, and the Indians had it. They're going to try to clear it out, but it's going to roll out of bounds. As Lashley thought he had someone to dump it off to that time, so Jones will have the throw in. Molly sends that one forward off campus police. Had to have them called to the pitch a few times.
Several times we've had some unruly fans this year.
Dangerous situation here for Jones. And we're going to see what's going to be called here.
This is something, a new directive for referees in the past several years. He's accusing number 10 of diving.
Okay.
Simulating a foul there.
So that drew him a yellow card?
Right, right.
So that was a big-time break there for the Indians. And I tell you what, Coach, it's one of those situations, does he not have to check out?
He does have to check out.
With the yellow.
Right. I believe we're going to have a second
yellow. We're going to have a second yellow card here
for assistant coach Brendan Connolly.
And so and you heard it over the broadcast, the official coming in saying, hey, you were sitting on a cooler 85 yards away. You have no clue what happened, and issued a second yellow card. Well, Cody, and I believe now if number 10 from Jones gets another yellow card, then he is ejected. Is that true?
He will. He will be ejected from the match and miss the next one. So he's going to have to be careful now.
Well, hopefully for the Bobcats, there won't be a next one. The Indians trail this one 1-0 right now. We've got 10.5 to play here until halftime. Lashley with it. Wisely backs it back out. Now they get it up to Fernandez. Fernandez up the pitch with the ball now. ICC looking to make it dangerous. Goes inside to Howard. Howard has the opportunity here. Now goes baseline. And it's going to be kicked out of bounds. So it's going to set up a corner kick here for the Indians. 10 minutes to play. Great opportunity right now for the Indians to tie this one up.
Yeah, we need a good ball in here from Dylan Howard, one that we saw against Ben Schaefer a second ago. Kind of put it in that no-man zone.
Howard steps ahead. Was going Fernandez, just a little too high. Jones clears it out. Loose ball, Lashley showing off that speed. Deflects it off the Jones player, and it's remained Indian ball. It over to Jerry Molly. Ahead he goes. Howard had an opportunity there, just couldn't contain it. As I don't know if he was necessarily expecting kind of that pass off the back. As we have another Jones player Coming up, the official telling him to kind of just shut up, pretty much.
Right. The some officials, they do not like hearing the players' opinions on their calls, and our referee today seems to be one of those.
You figure with the playoff match here, they're probably going to be a little bit tighter. Sending in, dangerous opportunity. And now you're going to see the Jones keeper get up and stand over Huddleston. Huddleston walks away from it. One of those situations where he did a good job of just going up a little bit taller than a very tall Kit that time and jumped up, and he can obviously use his hands. So smart play that time by the keeper. Looks like he may be shaken up a little bit.
He seemed to grab Kit's arm and take him down with him, and that may have caused him a little bit of an issue there.
So the Indians have been close. Looking to find the equalizer in this one. They trail 1-0. 8:06 to play here until halftime. Howard had it. Lashley leaves it back now. Jones trying to go on the attack. Nicely done that time by the Indians to take it back. Up ahead they go. This is going to be Howard with it. Indians with a great opportunity here. They send it out wide to Huddleston. Huddleston sends one forward, but just too wide that time.
That was one where he was caught in two minds there. Do I hit the cross? Do I try to take my man one-on-one? In the end, he just kind of did one halfway in between. He hit a shot or a cross.
Hackler will check it back into the contest, so we'll see a shift here. I believe Huddleston will fall back. Hackler will go to the far side, and then number 17, Alex Little, will return to where he started the match.
All right, we're back in our starting formation lineup here.
50-50 ball is up in the air. Jones has it, leaves it ahead. The Indians clear. Jerry Molly with it now. He's going to drop it back. Up ahead they go to Little. Little leaves it forward to Diller Howard. Howard on the outside trying to make something happen here. Drives inside. Leaves it up. No one there as Jones clears that one nicely. The one attacking that time with Howard as he was looking for the trailer. Now the Indians fire this one. Hackler saves it. He's going to keep possession to himself here. Leaves it back. Cherry Molly with it. The defense not really committing much to him, so making him try to think what he wants to do. Fernandez with it. Now drops it back. Indians going to reverse field with it. This is going to be Huddleston. Huddleston leaves it out to Alex Little. Little fires it inside. And then it's going to be clear to see if they're going to call a handball, and I believe they are.
Right, there's going to be a handball there on Ricky Hackler.
And now you're starting to see the same referee coming up and saying something to one of the ICC players. So, yeah, he does not like anybody to say anything about his calls.
Right.
It's one of those as a referee, you just got to let them play. I mean, these guys have worked too hard throughout the entire year just to come out here and all of a sudden you become the center of attention.
I agree with that completely. Referees, the best referees are the ones you don't even have to talk about.
So the Indians trying to win this 50-50 ball is cleared, and Jones gets it. Now they're going to send it down the side, and I believe this one is going to roll out of bounds. Well, Cody, we couldn't get a better day for soccer. A beautiful day here.
It is.
Sun is not out, but it's not raining, but a nice, breezy, comfortable afternoon.
Right, a little warmer than you'd expect on October 28th, but that's a good thing.
It's going to be Jerry with it as he's looking to move ahead. Leaves it up to Fernandez. Fernandez once again sees a quick double team now. Sends it forward. And just an easy save that time. And once again, though, he's getting pretty good shots on goal. And 1 second, if that one would have came off his hands that time, but just a little miscue, Alex Little was right there in the spot for the rebound.
Right, that was another one of those caught in two minds, shot or cross, and he just kind of tried to put it in a dangerous situation. It just didn't work out.
So Jones with it now, working against Little. Little's going to get a foot on that one, and it's going to go out. Now you see and that's what we talked about, Cody. He's sitting there telling the coach, you can either sit down or you can go away. And you just don't do that as a referee. Even if that's going against would go in our favor, obviously, but Come on.
Right. That's not the environment you want to create as a referee, where there can be no talking whatsoever, no questioning. And I don't agree with that at all.
Yeah, and the Jones coach did have a legit argument on the call here as the referee referred to the line judge well away from the ball on who the possession went to.
Right. And a lot of times, if a linesman doesn't know, the first team to pick up the ball and throw it in is the one that's going to keep the ball.
So Jones with it now. They send it ahead. This is going to be offsides. Explain offsides, Cody, real quick to everyone.
Offsides is whenever a player that receives or makes a move for the ball was behind the last defender of ICC. So in that case, number 9 for Jones, whenever the ball was passed to him, he was behind our last defender. Therefore, he is offsides, and it results in a free kick for ICC.
Well, Watson will check in. Evan Thomas will check out for the Indians. Got a substitution also in for Jones, I believe, number 14. Luke Sims has checked back into the match. 1-0 is your score. 3 minutes to play here in the first half. Jones leading the Indians here in the quarterfinals of the MAC JC playoffs. This is Lashley. Lashley ahead, broken up nicely by Jones as he tried to find Howard. Bones with it, looking to go to work. He's hit and dropped.
I believe the Jones player had a handful of Blake's jersey there.
And
He's
there's
going to produce another yellow card.
Another yellow card will come out now.
Another yellow card there for number 15. He's the one, Reese Sloan, that the referee has addressed several times already to shut his mouth.
You saw the Jones keeper come out and have a few words with Sloan. Sloan will check out, and checking in is going to be Billingsley for Jones County. Great opportunity here for the Indians. This is where we saw Jones score earlier. Indians can really come up big here and find the equalizer with 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Little give and go action there. Howard fires.
Great little give and go there from Michael Watson and Dylan Howard. That goes back to our team's just great technical ability, able to get in and out of tight spaces quickly and fire a shot.
Trying to make the defense commit to one so the other one can shoot on it. Results in a corner coming up here as Hackler will send this one in with 1.5 to play here. Ahead they go. Keeper's out of goal. But Jones wisely just gets a foot on it to send it downfield and clear and allow the defense to reset.
Great move there by Jerry Malley to get past his defender.
Ahead they go. This one's going to be broken up. Jones with it. So they try to move it ahead now. And it's taken away once again by Malley. Nice job by Jerry that time. As Hackler has it, leaves it out. This is going to be Huddleston. Huddleston pushes it ahead. Just a little too tall for Howard that time. So now you're starting to see the Indians force the issue a little bit. Inside a minute to go here. A pair of subs check in for Jones County. .40 seconds to play. Well, Coach, before you head down at halftime, your thoughts on the first half and what are you going to try to tell the guys here to get prepared for the second half?
Just echo Coach Sullivan's sentiments that we heard a little while ago. A little bit more movement off the ball. A lot of our guys when we have the ball, are standing still. What sometimes we refer to as ball watching as a coach, and also just try to direct the crosses, the centers that we're looking at instead of in the middle of the box, maybe more towards the top of the box.
Well, this one's going to roll out of bounds, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. Cody, appreciate you sitting in here with us in the first half. Welcome to come back at any point in the second half. 1-0 is your score here at halftime. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll recap the first half here with our McDonald's halftime report right after this. And welcome back to the McDonald's halftime report. You see some of the Lady Indians across the way out supporting the good guys this afternoon. 1-0 is your score in favor of Jones County here in the quarterfinals of the MAC JC State Soccer Tournament. As we're going to have a halftime guest join us here. legendary tennis coach Paul Johnson. As coach, having a little preseason tennis action going on. How is tennis going right now?
Yeah, we're just about finished with our fall matches. Played a tournament down in Meridian and a couple of individual matches, and we've been working hard, and we'll still keep working, till our date ends. But we're through with our match play.
Well, the season starts, I believe, in February.
Right.
We'll look to try to win another state championship. Coach, I believe you've won 150 state titles.
Not quite that many.
No, you're a very decorated head coach and a very proud tennis program here at ICC. Just sort of talk about the team right now. I know, as a matter of fact, you've got a couple, I believe, Garrett Troutman, and then maybe another young man on the team that's actually a member of the tennis team as well.
Yeah, we have 2 players that play soccer that'll be coming with us, and look forward to getting them back. They're having a good year. I've been coming a couple of matches now. I'm trying to appreciate this stuff. The more you watch, the more you start to understand it.
Well, the one thing you have to really appreciate is the fact you have to be in really good shape to play soccer, because it's
That's
just
right.
constant running. You really just sort of can't just sit back and wait.
Right. I don't worry about their being in shape.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, let's talk about the ladies team this season. A very young squad, a lot of freshmen coming in, mixed with some pretty good sophomore talent. Just sort of talk about the women's squad right now and how things are shaping up and what you're looking forward to once the season rolls around.
Well, you're right, Adam. I think we have a good mix. We have 4 or 5 freshmen coming in that's working real hard, and we got a mix of about 4 sophomores, and they're getting better. I'm looking forward to a good season out of the women this year.
And then for the men, once again, kind of the same situation. Some veterans returning from last season, but you also have many freshmen coming in as well, trying to, keep that tradition alive of a very proud men's tennis team.
Right. Well, we're pretty well sophomore dominated this year. I have a couple of freshmen, but it's going to be an experienced team. We got most of the players back from our state championship last year. The challenge is we've got some teams in the league this year who have some good freshman talent. So we're going to have to really work and keep getting better. We plan to bring that home again.
Well, of course, this past season, the format was changed. You played the state tournament and the Region 23 tournament at the same time. So you won that and the Region 23, advanced to the national tournament. I believe had a top 15 finish in the national tournament as well. So, as you said, a lot of experience coming back on that end. This year, you're hosting the state tournament in Tupelo, so that's got to be a slight home court advantage.
Right. We always like to play in Tupelo, and great facility. They treat us really nice, and it's our home match, so we think that'll help a little.
And we're talking with legendary coach, Hall of Fame coach Paul Johnson. Of course, Paul, you've coached a little bit of everything here. You've coached football.
Right.
Now, long time tennis coach as well.
A little cross country too.
Cross country as well. So, that's one of the things we're working on right now on Let's Go ICC is building our history. And I go back, and it seems like almost everything I see has a little bit of Paul Johnson flair to it. So, well, Coach, I appreciate you coming up to talk to us here on the McDonald's Halftime Report. You don't have to run off. You're welcome to stick with us up here. It's a beautiful day.
Beautiful day. This is a good viewpoint. And good place to watch, and pulling for the Indians to come back the second half. The problem with this game to me is we dominated them, seemed like.
Yep.
But they're up 1-0. But I guess that's soccer.
Yep, that's soccer for you. Gabe Brown has had an excellent first half in net for Jones County. 1-0 is your score in favor of Jones. We talked about it. The winner of this match will go on to the state tournament in the semifinal round. They will play Pearl River at 5:30. At Jones County. Pending the outcome of this game, we hope to be able to make the trip down to Jones County and broadcast a couple of matches. And, Coach, that's one thing we're going to try to do this season. You and I have talked about it in the past. We've recorded and played back some matches, but this season we're going to try to figure out a way to possibly just keep putting the pressure on everybody else in the league and actually broadcast some tennis matches this season.
That sounds good, Adam.
And Paul Johnson, once again, thanks for coming up here in the McDonald's Halftime Report. I tell you what, we're going to step away. There's still 6.5 minutes to play here. We're going to step away and kind of regather our thoughts and get set for the second half of play here from Fulton right after this. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we are just moments away from the First American National Bank start to the second half. As Robbie Donahoe and I try to discuss, it's not a kickoff. We'll just call it a start to the second half. The Indians trail 1-0 here to Jones County, as this is the quarterfinals of the state playoffs. The Indians have had good opportunities in the first half, but a nice first half performance by Gabe Brown, the goalkeeper of Jones County, has kept them scoreless. Jones got a pretty nice feed off a free kick as he beat the keeper for a goal. I believe about 18 minutes left in the first half, and that's where we were in that one. So clock is counting down here before the officials put this one in play. We want to give a big shout out to all the fans that have come out here and to support the Indians in this one. A great turnout. You see some of the Lady Indian soccer team across the way. They've got signs out supporting the Indians. Of course, unfortunately, the season coming up a little short of the playoffs for the Lady Indians. As we count down the final seconds, and we're going to be set to put this in play here momentarily. The Indians in the home white, Jones in the maroon and gold. Jones leads this one 1-0 as we start the second half of play. Once again, I want to thank Paul Johnson of the ICC women's and men's tennis team talking to us as part of our McDonald's halftime report. Coach Cody Carson joined us in the first half. He's back on the sidelines here in the second half. Jones with it. Jones, as we said, leading 1-0. I want to say thank you to Raphael Henry, who's operating the camera here for LetsGoICC.com. Hackler with it, moving down the sidelines, looking to get to the open field. Now finds Fernandez. Fernandez looking to go to work here. Nothing there, so he's going to drop it back to Molly. Molly with it now. Crosses the field over to Huddleston. Huddleston looking to go on the attack here. Picked up nicely by the Jones defense. Now clears it back out to Lashley. So the Indians being much more patient here on this offensive possession. They trail 1-0. Jones trying to come out and put some pressure on the Indians defensively. Up ahead they go to Fernandez. Fernandez with it. Now looking to go to work. Leaves it up the middle to Bones. Bones backs it back out. The Indians looking for a seam here. Huddleston beats his guy now. Leaves it outside. Little sends it ahead, but an easy save that time for Jones. So a long shot attempt. The Indians may have been looking for the cross back to Huddleston, but just put a little bit too much heat on that one. And so Jones County will have it now. Now you'll start to see Jones County be a little bit more methodical with their send-ins here. Try to eat up as much time as legally possible as they send this 50-50 ball downfield. It's one now. Jones is going to try to come up in a dangerous situation there, but a good save by Schaefer as he came up. Jones was able to get a foot on it, but Schaefer was batted it down. Now the Indians on the attack on the other end. Fernandez with it. Leaves it back to himself now, looking to go one-on-one. Fernandez attacks on the inside. And Fernandez is taken to the turf. No foul called as the Jones defender is pretty much laid down in front of him. So now Howard with it. Fernandez going to have to get back on sides. Does so. The ICC dugout wanted a call on that last one. Didn't get anything. Howard's going to leave it up to Huddleston. Huddleston with it. Fires one on the inside and is saved. The Indians getting quick shots on goal here, but still nothing close range to make anything dangerous, as right now Brown has been having some pretty easy saves throughout the match. So Browns will send this one down the field. Hackler gets ahead on it, now saves it back to Molly. Well, the Indians did a good job in the first half, maintaining time of possession. As now you see Jones trying to extend the pressure some. So they're trying to stretch the field, possibly see if they can't get a turnover for an easy scoring opportunity here as they lead 1-0 with 41 minutes to play here in the second half. The winner of this match will advance to Saturday's semifinal against Pearl River at 5:30 down at Jones. Now the Bobcats have it. Going on attack here. Send it ahead. Dangerous situation here. Now they leave it back across the middle. Good job by Hackler coming in there to sweep that one out and clear it out. Nice job by Hackler coming over to help defense. Now Huddleston steps in front of that one. Now the Indians want to go on the attack here. Howard with it. Leaves it up the field. Now in the middle of the attack they go. Trying to leave it out to Hackler. Hackler now finally gets it. Looking to work one-on-one here. Try to send it to the middle. Nothing there. Hackler has it now. Going across the middle. Has it slapped away momentarily. Scrum for the ball, and it's going to be sent out of bounds, and it's going to be Jones' ball on the sideline. So now you're starting to see when Jones goes to get a loose ball, they adjust their equipment. Part of the gamesmanship of soccer. So they try to delay as much as possible without actually delaying the match. So Jones will drop this one in. 1-0, Jones leading the Indians. Jones with it now, and we've got stoppage of play. It'll be Bobcat possession. So the Bobcats will have this free kick coming up here. 1-0 is your score. 39-39 is your score. Or excuse me, 39-39 is left. 1-0 is your score. They send it ahead, and Schaefer comes out and clears the kick. Now Hackler has it, weaving his way through traffic. Drops this one off to Little. Little stumbles for a second, now gets it back. Hackler's going to get it and clear it back to Huddleston. Up they go to Howard. Howard tries to slap it ahead in a hurry. Nothing there that time. And Jones gets the turnover. Indians do a nice job of getting it back, though. This is going to be Lashley with it at midfield. Indians trail 1-0. Now Hackler has it, trying to send one ahead to Howard. Howard just couldn't quite find his footing on the field. Jump ball. Oh, we've got trouble right here, folks. Fernandez fires just too far outside as he couldn't get it to bend in that time. And that's kind of been the tale of the tape for the Indians today. They've been close, but just couldn't quite get anything to go through as they're still looking for that equalizer, trailing 1-0 here to Jones County. A great opportunity once again for the Indians, but just couldn't come away with a goal. So Jones will send this one in. This one kicked ahead, still loose. Howard comes away with it. Jones slaps it away. Scramble for it now. Jones gets it, and they're going to try to move ahead and go on the attack here. Up ahead they go. Schaefer's going to watch it roll out of bounds, and it'll be Indian possession. 37:50 to play. 1-0 Jones with the lead. It's Molly with it right here. Jones extending their pressure. Ahead they go to Fernandez. Fernandez lost the handle on it, and Jones gets it back once again. Jones trying to lead this one ahead. Jerry has it. And I believe this is going to result in a corner kick coming up here for the Bobcats. 1-0 is your score. Jones County leading the Indians. The Indians, the number 2 seed out of the north. Jones County, number 3 seed out of the south. These two teams met earlier in the season. So we saw the Indians defeat Jones County 2-1. As that was in the first few games of the year. Ahead they go, and Schaefer clears that one out. Now he's going to quickly roll it ahead to Alex Little. Little tries to push it forward, but leaves it outside as Jones will get it back now. Coach Sullivan coming out saying, let's make better decisions. So the Indians that time, really no pressure, an unforced turnover. Gives it back to Jones County. So Jones will keep possession as it rolls out of bounds. Waiting to send in here. Free kick. Jerry has it. Leaves it up now to Hackler. Indians got to be careful. So they're passing it around extremely close to the Jones goal. So now Jones trying to clear it back out. Jones so far in the second half now has owned the possession. So now here comes the Indians on the attack. Trying to leave it inside to Howard. Howard couldn't quite get the angle on it. Jones clears it ahead. So once again, a opportunity for the Indians go by the wayside. So now here comes Jones on the other end attacking. They lead 1-0. Try to send it ahead and they lose it out of bounds. So it'll be Indian possession here. 35-14 to play in the second half. This is Huddleston with it, sends it ahead quickly to Fernandez. Fernandez looking to go to work. You're starting to see ICC be a bit more aggressive here. Leaves it over to Hackler. Hackler dribbling back towards the middle, over to Fernandez. Fernandez sends one, but it's high. That time, like the Indians maybe starting to get a little, are losing some of their patience here as they trail this one 1-0. Forced that one as it went well above the goal, actually out into the Grove area. So Jones will send this one in. 34 minutes and 22 seconds remaining here. 1-0, Jones County leading the Indians. Indians win the jump ball. Leave it ahead to Hackler now. Hackler, nice pass ahead. The Indians trying to make something happen. Lose possession. Jones clears. Indians try to send it back. And Jones receives it, but Hackler steps in front of that one. So now the Indians set it back with Lashley. Lashley going to leave it off to the side to Huddleston. Huddleston looking to go to work here. Dribbling it deep into the territory. Now sees a double team, tries to split through it. And then there's a takeaway by Jones. Indian fans wanted a foul across the way, didn't get anything. And there is a hard collision near midfield. The officials say play on. So now Jones has it. The Bobcats lead this one 1-0. And Lashley is going to send this one out with authority. And so it will be Jones possession. 33 minutes to play here in the second half. Pass ahead, taken away by the Indians. Now the Indians want to try to get in transition here. They leave it up to Hackler. Hackler lucky his jersey was tugged by the defender that time. Rickley loses it, but gets it back to the Indians. Molly with the possession. Over to Howard. Howard that time just took his eye off the prize. Couldn't quite get a foot on it. Howard had it. Hackler now gets it. Leaves it ahead. Cleared out by Jones. So now you're starting to see some of the extra players across the way for the Indians getting loose. Quickly deflect that one back in so the Indians can get it back and not waste a lot of times on the throw-in. Molly with it, driving inside, leaves it off to Howard. Howard tried to send it back inside, but nicely defended that time by Jones. So the Indians are having good possessions, but defensively, Jones is playing a great match today. 31:53 to go. Jones leading 1-0. Indians getting set to send in some substitutions here. Hackler tries to send it ahead to Howard. Nicely stepped in front of that time by Jones. Indians battling their way through traffic. Jones is going to clear that one out once again. The Indians got a trio of substitutions set to check in at the next opportunity. Garrett Troutman, Braden Timmons, along with number 13, Justin Gordon. Gordon seeing his first action of the day. Of course, Gordon known as speedy by the team, so they might be trying to shift things up a little bit here and see if they can't maybe take advantage of some tired legs with the freshman Gordon checking into the contest. Molly takes a header that time, but Jones gets possession back. Now they're going to send it ahead. Huddleston gets the possession, now sends it forward. Lashley couldn't quite maintain possession. Now the Indians get it back, though. Over to Huddleston, they go with it. Huddleston sends it ahead to Howard. Howard lost the touch. Now back it goes. Jones and ICC battling for it here. The Indians send it out of bounds. 1-0 is your score in favor of Jones, coming up on the 30-minute mark here of the second half. Indians looking for their equalizer. They trail this one 1-0. The winner goes on. The loser, well, they go home. This will send in. It's going to be sent right back out of bounds by Jones. Trio of subs set to check in as well for Jones. Number 18, Dong Vu. Number 21, Nathan Farrell. And number 9, Tyler Jackson. All set to check in here for Jones. So 29.5 to play here in regulation. The Indians trail this one 1-0. Jones with it. The Indians trying to come up and put some pressure on here. Lashley sends it ahead. Fernandez picks it up now, looking to go one-on-one. Gordon streaking down the side, couldn't quite step into it enough to get the pass over to him. Now Gordon with it, tries to leave it ahead, but nothing there. Fernandez puts a foot into it, and this one way too high once again. So the Indians getting shots, but not shots on goal. Coach Sullivan telling his guys, look, we got to settle down, get some good shots here. It's that time they force that one ahead. Substitution coming in is Dalen Britt for Jones. 28:45 to play, 1-0 is your score in favor of the Bobcats of Jones. Jones sends this one ahead. Huddleston is going to step out. Now this is Lashley with a touch. Sends it ahead to Howard. Howard trying to keep it in bounds and couldn't do so. Right now you're starting to see the Indians trying to force the issue a little bit. Last few possessions not looking that good for the good guys. Huddleston with it now, going to work. Time he leaves it out. It's a little game of keep away. Huddleston has it, nearly lost possession, keeps it. Tries to send it ahead, stepped in front of that time by Jones, and now Jones steals the possession. So the Indians whistled with a trip that time. And now you're starting to see the Indians placing the ball in a hurry here. Jones, once again, being a little bit more methodical with their send-ins, trying to eat up as much time as possible. Send it ahead. As there was a push on the Indians, no call that time. So now the Indians moving ahead. Gordon just couldn't quite check up enough to get to that one as they tried to send it ahead to Fernandez. So you've got the Indians with it now. Timmons ahead to Lashley. Lashley now ahead to Fernandez. Fernandez leaves it back to Lashley. Lashley lost his footing, was able to get back up and keep possession. Now going to back it back out and try to reset here. Leaves it ahead, but no one trailing with him. And so Jones clears. Jones leading 1-0 here over the Indians. The Indians break that one up. Want to send it out. You're going to see the ICC player chasing that one out of bounds. So Jones won't just let it roll before anyone gets down there to send this one in. Corner opportunity coming up here for the Bobcats. 1-0 is your score. 26-22 to play. Jones leading the Indians. ICC still looking for that equalizer. So they trail 1-0 here. Jones sends it ahead. Cleared by the Indians. Jones keeps possession. Sends it inside. Tried to go for the header. Nice lead that time. Just not quite tall enough was the Jones player. As it rolls out of bounds, and the Indians will have possession. They trail 1-0. It's Molly with it now. Bringing it up the side. Leaves it ahead to Fernandez. Fernandez had it for a second, had it poked away. But now the Indians get the possession back. Huddleston working on the far side of the field. Leaves it up to Timmons. Timmons sends it ahead to Howard. Howard tries to send it to Huddleston. Pops this one up. Huddleston sent it forward. This is Timmons racing for it. Gets it now. Timmons is going to try to leave it forward, but instead loses it out. Actually, I believe it was sent out that time by Jones, so to bring up a corner situation here for the Indians. Timmons will send in this corner kick here. ICC needing to make this one count in this situation. They trail 1-0. A chance to get that equalizer here. Timmons sends it in. Didn't quite get enough air underneath at that time. Huddleston going to try to come back and keep possession. Does so. Leaves it off to Jerry Molly. Ahead he goes, trying to find a streaking Howard. Didn't quite have a good touch on it that time. Good job by Gordon stepping in that one, breaking it up. And Jones sends it back, and it's going to roll out as it'll be a toss in here for the Indians. So they toss it back to Schaefer. Schaefer looking for someone to send it to. The Indians dribbling ahead this time. Send it ahead to Timmons. Timmons streaking down the side. Sends it inside. Cleared by Jones. This one's going to roll far away here. No extra ball for the Indians as this one's going to roll in the ditch. So they try to throw this one in. They do have someone tossing it in from the side. Don't know if you're one of the managers for ICC right now if you don't try to run, get one of the balls out of the ditches. They send it in. Cleared. A lot of contact inside. No call. Lashley that time was nearly knocked down from behind. So the officials, after calling just about everything, has now let this one get a lot more physical here in the second half. Huddleston, nice job of chasing that one down. Clears it back now to Schaefer. Schaefer will have it. Lashley looking to move ahead here. Drops it back instead to Huddleston. Huddleston going to reverse field. Birchfield with it now. Sends it ahead. No one down there, though. As Howard tries to streak up to get to it. Couldn't do so. Loose ball in possession to Jones. Jones sends this one ahead. So now the Indians, who trail 1-0 with 22:44 to play here, starting to feel a little bit of more pressure as this game slowly ticking away from them. Lashley has it. Lost it. Jones gets it back. Jones sends this one back. Nearly deflected off his own teammate that time. And Lashley steps into that one. Takes it away. Up ahead they go to Fernandez. Fernandez had it. Lost it though. Sloppy exchange between the two teams here. Gordon steps up and gets it. Gordon on the push. As he was tripped up. I believe this is going to be a free kick coming up here for the Indians. So the Indians need to make this one extremely dangerous as they're looking for the equalizer. They trail 1-0. 21 minutes and 50 seconds left to play. got the wall set up. The official stepped them off their 10-foot. Huddleston steps into it. Try to get a charge on it. No one followed that one up after the rebound as they were trying to lead that one ahead, I believe, to number 2, Braden Timmons, to change the direction of it. Timmons couldn't quite get a strong enough strike on it that time. And so another opportunity missed by the Indians. Mass substitutions. Set to check in, 3 for Jones, 1 for the Indians. Set to check in is Wathen for the Indians at the next opportunity. Pearson over to Huddleston. Huddleston dribbles ahead now. Tries to find Fernandez. Fernandez trying to pop it back to himself. Jones now has it. Fernandez comes up and gets it. But the Bobcats had it, lost it. Lashley fires ahead. Looks like it's going to be off one of his own teammates that time. Fernandez keeps it, sends it inside. Gordon sends it forward. No, can't get it in there. They're going to call offsides on the Indians. Once again, opportunity slipping away for the good guys. As they're inching closer and closer to get that equalizer, they trail 1-0, 2:15 to play here. Great opportunity that time for the Indians, but just couldn't find anything with it. Jones sends that one ahead. The Indians maintain. That's Timmons as they send that one into the crowd and out towards Cressup Field as you take a look at the crowd across the way. A lot of great support out for the Indians. Subs checking in. 13. That's going to be Cole Smith. 14, Luke Sims, as well as 7, Colby Crost. For Jones, checking in is going to be Wathen. Checking out is going to be Lashley for the Indians. Throw in here. Wathen's back to Huddleston. So the Indians trail this one 1-0. There's 19 minutes to play in regulation. The winner of this match will advance on to the semifinals, where they'll play Pearl River at 5:30 on Saturday. Up ahead they go. It's going to be sent out of bounds, and it will remain possession with Jones County. So Jones watches that one roll to the ditch. ICC will hustle over to retrieve it. Actually, it jumped the fence. So the Indians will scale the fence. Great hustle that time. As they quickly get that one back in. I believe that was 19, Garrett Troutman, making the extra effort to get to that one. You see Cross, he wasn't liking something too much as he was sitting there just blocking out. Would have make a basketball coach proud the way he had blocked out the defender that time. Now it's going to set up a corner kick here for Jones. And once again, you see Jones smartly taking their time, getting to loose balls, getting the corner kick set up here. So they're starting to eat up a lot of the time here as they lead this one 1-0. And we haven't talked much about this referee in the second half because he just pretty much stole the show in the first half. But now he enters himself into here to talk things over with the players. Ahead they go. Out of bounds it's sent, and it'll be possession to ICC. 17.5 to play here, 1-0. Jones leads this one. The Indians looking for the equalizer. Huddleston sends it ahead to Timmons. Timmons over the middle. Scrum for it now. Jones comes away with the loose ball. Jones forcing a lot of turnovers here in the second half. And they have done a good job of pretty much maintaining time of possession, a lot like the Indians did in the first half. Only the Indians have no points to score for it or show for it. Up ahead they go. Gordon looking to go to work. Speedy weaving his way through traffic. Sends it ahead, but it's broken up. Jones chasing it down, and it's going to be a foul whistled on Gordon. So a tough break there once again as Gordon couldn't quite weave his way through cleanly. So like that time, Britt and Gordon not necessarily exchanging rude words, but maybe exchanging words amongst each other after that play. Jones with it now. Send it ahead. Indians had it, lost it. Gordon trying to go on the attack, lost it, and it's sent out. Looks like we have a penalty here on Jones, and Gordon appears to be down. So injury timeout on the field. They do ask to stop the clock. So Gordon heading to the sidelines. So we talked about the speed of Gordon causing some issues for the defense that time. So this is going to set up a penalty kick here for the Indians, as this is going to be number 10, Drew Williams. A chance to tie this one. A big opportunity coming up here for the Indians. 1-0 is your score. Jones, a chance to get the equalizer here off the penalty kick inside the box. Fires it home. And we're tied 1-1, and the Indians bench comes alive. You see the crowd across the way. Let's go! As we're waiting to see if we need to start the clock here. So we're got a whole new contest here. 1-1 is your score. Paul, do you see how to add that extra score for the home team? There we go. As Coach Johnson and I are up here figuring out the scoreboard. Good thing is now it says 1-1. So we're tied in this one. And a whole new contest here. So now you'll start to see Jones, who earlier was just allowing the ball to roll around as it went out of play. Now they're chasing it down in a hurry here. 14:32 to play. 1-1 is your score after the PK from Williams ties it up. Corner coming in, sends it ahead. Pearson Birchfield clears that one out. Now Watson leaves it ahead. Now the Indians, the new sense of life on the field right now. They get the possession. Hackler seeing a lot of pressure now to Jones. They leave it ahead. Howard steps in front of that one, weaves his way around the defender. He's now going to try to clear it back. Sends it across the way. This is going to be Timmons who sends it ahead to clear it. And now we have a foul called on Jones. So it will be ICC possession. 13.5 to play. Free kick coming up here for the Indians. Huddleston sends it down. Cleared by Jones, possessed by the Indians. Watson tries to send it across to a streaking Timmons, but instead it was taken away by Jones. Bobcats send it ahead. You hear Coach Sullivan calling for a little bit extra pressure out of the Indians' defense. So they send it ahead now. The Indians send it down. Hackler trying to get to it, but just couldn't quite get the angle. Jones tries to send it ahead. Howard kicks it out of bounds. So now Jones with it. Had it, and then lost it. And Huddleston sends that one flying out of bounds. 12:15 to play. 1-1 is your score. The winner of this match will advance to Saturday's semifinals. Huddleston thought he had it. Taken away now. Nice job that time. Good job by help defense by the Indians. Beautiful, beautiful effort by the Indians defense. So now here come the Indians on the other end. Howard battling for it. Toss it in. This is going to be Fernandez. Fernandez tries to leave it ahead. Cleared by Jones. Great, great defensive effort on the other end by the Indians to keep this thing tied at 1. Fernandez resets now over to Timmons. Timmons fires it over to Hackler. Hackler had it breaking away by Jones. So wild possession right now as Jones clears it back. Timmons has it now, leaves it over to Huddleston. Huddleston had it, lost it, gets it back. And so that's going to be a foul on the Indians. Jones quickly ahead before either their player or the ICC player could get off the ground. So now the Jones finds themselves with numbers. Good job, though, by the Indians defensively to clear that one out and allow the defense to reset. Loses it. And so the Indians defense, wow. Second time the keeper has come out trying to make a play. Nothing there. His help defense has been big today. So we're going to have some substitutions coming in this situation. Hackler will check out. Gordon back in. Lashley will check in. And then you're going to have number 10, Drew Williams, check out of the match. ICC fans across the way on their feet. 10 minutes to play. 1-1 is your score. Gordon checks back in. Tries to leave that one ahead to Lashley. Jones, though, comes up with it. The Bobcats send it ahead. The Indians, nice pressure defense, get the possession back. Leave it up to the middle to Howard. Howard drops it back. Now the Indians trying to reset. It's Huddleston with it. Huddleston fighting ahead. Leaves it up to Timmons. Timmons across the middle to Fernandez. Fernandez going on the strike. Shoots it. It's stopped. Gordon, though, with the follow. Gordon with the rebound and the putback, and the Indians take a 2-1 lead over the Bobcats. Great job that time by the freshman trailing the play and coming up and getting the goal. 2-1 the Indians take the lead with 9:04 to play.
I need the clock to say 9:20. Please watch the center.
We aren't running the clock. Hey, we aren't running the clock up here.
I got it.
So the referee comes over and tells us we need to reset the clock, but we're not running the thing. Said the clock needs to be reset to 9:20. It's not a big deal. You see the chop across the way. getting social media updated as well. You can follow us on Twitter at LetsGoICC. The Indians lead this one 2-0, trying to build on that lead. Now here comes Fernandez. Fernandez leaves it back. Lashley had it. Now Jones takes it away. Gordon comes up. That's going to be a handball. So now you see Jones, who was taking their time earlier, now trails this one 2-1. 8:35 to play here in the quarterfinals of the MAC JC tournament. Winner advances to Saturday's semifinal round against Pearl River. Howard high to clear that one out.
Let's go, baby. Good job, Bill.
So Jones with it. Send it in and out it goes. So now it goes back. So now the Indians are going to check in a substitution here. Birchfield, who has not come out very often today, will be replaced in the match by Drew Williams. Drew, who tied the game on a penalty kick earlier. Indians send it ahead. Jump ball control by the Indians. Jones now gets the possession back. Ahead they go. Howard clears. 6:55 to play. Indians lead 2-1. A nice stick back by Gordon. Indians win that one. Howard with the possession. Tries to send it ahead, but sends it way out of bounds instead. Off 2 or 3 vehicles. Jones has the side ball and quickly throws it in. As we're back to action now. Foul call, so it's going to be a free kick coming up here. If you put this on goal, that's going to be impressive. Huddleston fires it ahead. Jones gets the possession. Indians staying with some pretty good pressure defense here. Lashley puts a foot on it. Leaves it ahead. Jones scrapping back for it. Lashley, great job, and holy cow. The kid from Jones just ups and slams Lashley to the turf. Immediately gets in his face, and a good job by Lashley that time not to retaliate, because 9 times out of 10, this one that retaliates that gets the worst end of the draw. So that's a yellow on Luke Sims. He will check out. Checking in now for the Indians is going to be Alex Little. Checking out is going to be number 2, Braden Timmons. Take a look across the way. The ICC faithful, a lot to cheer about right now. Indians set it ahead to Little. Little, though, loses the handle on it. It goes out, so it'll be a toss in here for Jones. Coming up on the 5-minute mark. As the official going to reset the ball here as Jones tried to get that one in a hurry. ICC defense is going to set here, so a free kick coming up here for Jones. Dangerous opportunity. 2-1 is your score in favor of the Indians here in the quarterfinals of the MAC JC playoffs. You hear Coach Sullivan calling out his orders from the side. We've got a push called on Jones. So quickly ahead go the Indians, trying to catch Jones, maybe spending a little bit too much time arguing the call. Little with it now. Tries to work it over to the side to Lashley. Lashley tried to chase it down. Nothing there. And let's believe a tripping call is going to be whistled on Lashley. 4 minutes to play. 2-1 is your score. Want to welcome everyone watching on LetsGoICC.com here for this quarterfinal round of the playoffs. Oh, and the official or referee and the official and the the referee and the Jones coach exchanging words across the field. So 3 minutes to play. 3 minutes to play. The Indians leading 2-1 here. The winner of this match will advance to the semifinals at Jones County on Saturday. Try to fire that one inside. Nothing there. Jones clears it out. The Indians, nice job by Troutman that time, battling through. A lot of contact across the way. Offsides is going to be called. Ahead they go. Fernandez trying to beat the keeper over to the side. Does so. Tries to fire. Fernandez getting beat up out there. So now Fernandez trying to get a scoring opportunity. Now backs it back out. Gordon fires one in. Lashley coming in hard. Good job trying to check up before hitting the keeper that time. So the Indians going to have to fall back quickly on defense. So Jones with it now. Inside, 2 minutes to play. But the Bobcats lost it. As now you're starting to see the Indians taking their time, retrieving the loose balls, much like we saw Jones earlier in the contest. 1:35 remaining. A trip to the semifinals on the line here for both these teams. The Indians leading 2-1. 50-50 ball here. Nobody back in the middle for the Indians this time. Jones with the easy clear. Williams sends this one out. Good sportsmanship shown by Coach Sullivan at that time, telling his team to quickly retrieve that one in. Jones with it. Inside a minute to play. 2-1, Indians lead. Jones looking for the equalizer. The defense has been big today for the Indians. Can they hold for another minute? This one's going to be kicked out. And a great job that time by Schaefer to come up and get that one, not allow it to go out of bounds and set up a corner situation. So now you're going to see the Indians holding it here. Send it ahead. This is going to be over to Gordon. Gordon saw the player step in front of it. 32 seconds to play. And they're going to call for a stoppage of play here to allow this one to get set up. 24 seconds to go. A chance at the equalizer here for the Bobcats. .4 seconds. The clock now is rolling. Jones County getting the setup here. They trail by one. Could be the final shot of the match. Sends it ahead. And finds the back corner. Wow. What a goal by Jones County with 9.8 seconds left to tie this one up. And now Jones fired up across the way. So the Indians with it back now, working with 8 seconds. Now make it 5. Howard's going to try to just get this one forward. No, it's going to be a penalty called, and that's going to do it. We are heading to overtime. Your score, 2-2. As an amazing rally by Jones sends this one to overtime. The Indians were just 10 seconds away from punching their tickets to the semifinal, but a great play by Jones County, and we're tied 2-2 at the end of regulation. They're going to put 5 minutes on the clock here before the overtime. Wow, what a match, what a match. Everything you anticipated and then some here between two outstanding teams. So we're going to break away momentarily. 2-2 is your score. And welcome back. As both these teams are fired up here, I believe we will have 2 10-minute overtime periods in a sudden death situation. Still 2 minutes remaining here until the start of the first overtime, but these two teams are already out. I believe we'll have the captains meeting right here below us. The ICC dining service coin toss. It's like Jones won that one. So the Indians they're going to elect to defend the left side of the field if you're watching on Let's Go ICC. And Cody, tell me if I'm right here. Sudden death? Sudden death situation. 10-minute overtime period here. The first one of 2. It has been a wild afternoon here in Fulton. We do want to thank everyone for tuning in here on Let's Go ICC. So the officials are going to reset the clock here, put it on 10 minutes. So Jones will take the possession. So say each possession is important now. The first goal will end this one. This is Timmons with it now, down the side. Up ahead he goes to Fernandez, just led him too far. Jones gets the possession back now. It's like Timmons takes it away. Timmons leads it up to Fernandez. Fernandez going to back it back out and reset here for the Indians. Jones coming up, putting some pressure on here. It does result in a turnover. A player is down for Jones. The Bobcats moving ahead. Dangerous coming across the middle. Molly gets it, clears it out. Gordon trying to come up. We have a player down on the field. The officials still allowing play to continue here. Jones had it, take it away, but now Jones gets it back. And we are going to have stoppage of play now as the player is down for Jones. North Mississippi Medical Center Sports Program, Jeff Dews will head out to the field to check on this young man from Jones. Clock is stopped with 8:53 to play here. We're tied 2-2 in the first overtime. On the line is a trip to the semifinals. As Gordon looks like he is checking out as he got sick on the field. Hackler will check back in this situation here. Pearl River gets the winner of this one Saturday at 5:30 in the men's semifinal round. Jeff Dews and company checking on that young man for Jones. Hopefully he will be okay. Don't see a name or a number. The guy that's down looks like number 21, though, is set to check in. That's going to be Nathan Farrell. That's going to be number 4, Colby Cron. That will check out. Great to see him able to walk off on his own power here.
Yeah. Sudden death. That'd be a go and go.
So once we get the injured Jones player off the field, we will reset here. I believe this is going to be a corner coming up here for Jones. Sudden death, overtime rules here. A whistle, the ball into play. Rolls off, and now he resets it here. 8:45 to play. Sends it in. Howard clears it ahead. Now trying to find it up to Fernandez. Led him just a bit too far. Jones will get it and send it back, but Howard steps back in front of it. Indians with possession. 2-2 is your score here in overtime. First goal will win it. Ahead they go. It will drift out. And the Indians will keep possession. 8 minutes to play in overtime. Huddleston chases down the possession. Leaves it ahead. I believe that's to Timmons. Timmons sends it ahead. Nobody in the middle that time. Lashley comes up, puts some pressure. Jones looking to try to clear this one out. Ahead they go. And it's going to go out. It'll be Indian possession. Now you're starting to see Jones fans throwing the ball in, ICC fans throwing the ball in, knowing every second is precious here in overtime. Jones was able to come back and send it to overtime, scoring with 9.8 seconds to play. Huddleston sends it ahead, but intercepted by Jones as he was looking to feed it to Howard.
Come on, Dill. 100%.
Indians try to clear. Jones gets it back. Ahead go the Bobcats. Nicely intercepted that time by the Indians defense as they had a streaking player going towards the goal. There's a lot of tired guys on the field right now. Coach Sullivan, mind his guys, play to the feet. Gonna have to dig deep to see who wants to win this one. See, the ICC softball team has made their way out to the field to support the Indians. And the Indians get possession back here. Hackler with it. Leaves it over to Molly. Molly works it ahead now to Fernandez. Fernandez up to Howard. Howard looking for something to do with it. Sees a double team. Trying to clear it out there. Still a lot of traffic. Got to get rid of that ball in that type of traffic. And oh my goodness. As Howard goes down, and Howard's going to be hit with a card that time as he tried to play off the injury. As he looked like he hooked the player as he went down. We're going to call the trainer out here. I believe Jeff Dews and company still attending to the Jones County player. Now going to check out Dylan Howard here. Howard appears to be coming out of the situation. That's going to send in Alex Little. Well, if you're on campus watching this one, you still got a little bit of time to get out here and support the Indians. We do want to invite you out here. It's 2-2 is your score. 6:09 to play here in the first overtime. A trip to the semifinals. Saturday semifinal at 5:30 against Pearl River, which the state tournament will be at Jones County, as the Jones County Lady Bobcats won the South Division. This one will be sent back in play here by Jones. Ahead they go. 50-50 ball is going to be skipped off the head and onto the feet of Schaefer. So you mentioned earlier, Schaefer announced MAC JC Keeper of the Week for the 5th time this season. An outstanding sophomore career for the Tupelo native. Jones tries to clear. ICC comes up with possession. Cross field over to Timmons. Timmons trying to press it up the middle now over to Lashley. Lashley back to Timmons. Timmons knifing inside, slapped away though by Jones. Indians nicely done on the attack that time, but equally nicely played that time defensively by the Bobcats. Mad scramble for the ball and Jones gets it. So now the Bobcats on the attack on the other end. They fire it and saved by Schaefer. One of those moments where everyone held their breath in the stadium as we're in the ICC red today. Schaefer able to come up with that save. Just under 5 minutes now here in the first overtime. Reminder, the first goal will win it. Ahead they go to Lashley. Ball goes out, and it's going to be last touch, they say, by the Indians. So now the Indians get it back on possession. Fernandez with it. Looking to go on the attack. Breaking up the middle. Shot is up. Oh, just saved. It's a great shot on goal that time by Fernandez. A great save that time by Gabe Brown. Brown has had an outstanding match today and may have just saved the season there for the Bobcats off the foot of Fernandez. So now the Indians try to get the possession. They move it ahead, but could not quite find anyone. Jones with it. Scramble for it on the side. Jones comes away with it now. Numbers. Nicely done that time by Lashley to clear that one out. Pair of subs set to check in here, as this is going to be number 18. Dong Vu checking in, along with number 7, Colby Crost for Jones. Coming up on the 3-minute mark here in the first overtime. We're tied 2-2. The Indians come away with possession. Send it ahead to Fernandez. Fernandez almost put this game away on his last touch. Now moves it ahead. This is Little with it. Fires, but the shot goes high. Not the goal you're looking for or attempt you're looking for that time if you're the Indians. But you do like the fact that you're seeing them put shots on goal here. You never know when one of them might sneak their way in. Jones knew that for sure, and that's how they sent this thing to overtime with a brilliant kick with 9 seconds left. Unfortunate for the Indians. Loose ball on the field. Jones going to try to chase this one down before it goes out. Saves it in. Molly with possession. Now Jones trying to go on the attack. Hackler took it away for a moment, but now Jones is going to clear it, and a good job allowing the ICC defense to reset as they send this one ahead. Huddleston climbs high to get ahead on that one. Now Jones knifing their way through, tries to kick it forward, nothing there. The Indians going to try to chase this one down and try to keep it. Good job that time by Timmons to save it, send it back, and not allow a corner set up for Jones. Ahead they go with it. Williams steps in front of that offering. Hackler now gets it. Going to clear it back to Molly. Up the middle they go with it, trying to get it to Lashley. A lot of contact in the middle, but the officials are letting them play here in overtime. Timmons takes it away, and then it's shoved down. Good job by Cross that time coming over, giving a little pat on the back, saying, my bad. As Timmons gives up probably about $1.15 to Cross. Lashley sends this one wide, but it's going to roll out. Coach Sullivan trying to get his guys to settle down in this situation. This is a situation where you just got to dig deep. You got to find something extra. This deep in the match, tied 2-2 in the first overtime, coming up on 30 seconds to play. A trip to the state semifinals on the line. Molly is down with an injury. Now Jones going on the attack. They're going to try to go wide. Looking to go back over the middle. Good job that time by Williams. Drew Williams has been big today for the Indians as he slaps that one away. What would have been a decent scoring opportunity for Jones instead turns into the clock running out here in the first overtime. We've played one overtime. We're going to head to another. 2-2 is your score. Sudden death overtime number 2 coming up right after this. And welcome back to action, and business is picking up here in Fulton as we head to the second overtime. We're tied 2-2 here between Jones and the Indians of ICC. Both these teams battling, trying to make it to the semifinal round of the state tournament. As you're starting to see fatigue set in on both these teams. Got a player from ICC, I believe a player from Jones, both getting sick right now. So now depth and conditioning is going to be a factor. Well, if we don't, and once again, we remind you we're in the second overtime, sudden death style overtime here. If you don't have that, well, we go to a shootout after that. And according to Coach Carson, that's when life gets interesting. 2-2 is your score. We start the second 10-minute overtime period here. We'll try to reset here So it's like number 8 for the Indians has checked in. That's going to be Will Bevel. Bevel seeing his first action of the afternoon. You also have Fernandez, Lashley, Hackler, Timmons, along with Wathan. Also looks like we've got Sabi Molly checking in for the first time today. Troutman's in there. You've got Huddleston and Schaefer back in net for the Indians. So the Indians will have the first possession here. Try to send it forward, but no one there. Fernandez thought the Jones player may have deflected it out of bounds, but the official said otherwise. 2-2 is your score. Second overtime here between ICC and Jones County. Sudden death rules here in overtime. Williams trying to scramble for that one. And a dangerous situation here for the Indians. Similar to where we saw their first goal of the match for Jones County. The Indians going to have to come up big defensively right here. So we're stepping back there 10 yards here. Tough situation now. They fire it over the middle. Kicked out, cleared out nicely by the Indians. Good job defensively by ICC to negate what could have been an easy scoring opportunity for Jones. And we're going to see a pull of the jersey by Jones. Jones saying that ICC pulled the jersey, but I think it was more of a retaliation after the initial tug by Jones. Under 8.5 to play now here in the second overtime. Now Jones with it, trying to work ahead here. Hackler sends it out of bounds. It's going to allow the defense to reset here. Jones will scoop the extra ball over on the side with the throw in. Williams gets it, sends it back out of bounds this time once again. Coach Sullivan working on getting some guys loose here on the side. As we talked about, this has been a extremely long match. Schaefer comes up and gets the deflection. He's going to leave it forward this time to Huddleston. Kit looking to go on the run here. Leaves it up to Timmons. Timmons leaves it ahead to Huddleston. Huddleston now tries to slide down, tries to keep possession. Excellent job that time by Huddleston, scrapping for the ball. He's hit and knocked down. They're going to say it's going to remain ICC possession here. 7 minutes to play. Now you're starting to see Jones kind of argue every little call out there. We saw the referee earlier. Anytime somebody argued something, he was quick to pull the yellow card. Much better second half and here in overtime, letting both these two teams decide this contest. Dangerous situation here. Huddleston going to send in the free kick. Sends it ahead. Kick. Oh, just wide. Just wide for the Indians. Beautiful set that time. Braden Timmons got the kick, but just left it wide, or we would have been celebrating a victory. Kind of been the tail of the tape for the Indians today. As that time right there would have sparked a frenzy here in Fulton. But instead, we play on. 6:20 to play. Jump ball is going to be sent ahead. And it's going to be controlled by the Indians. Schaefer comes up and throws that one quickly out to Huddleston. Huddleston pushes it ahead to Fernandez. Fernandez over to Timmons now. Timmons up the middle to Wathan. Leaves it for Lashley. Jones clears it. Molly with it now. Up ahead he goes to Hackler. Hackler trying to chase this one down. Now sets it up on the side. Sends it in. Jones steps in front of it. Now going to send this one back. Trying to clear this one out. Dangerous situation. Williams, good job hustling to that one. Coming across the field to negate what could have been a fast break opportunity for Jones. So now Jones with it. working it to the middle of the field. Ahead they go. Indians once again nicely done defensively. As they clear that one out. Player down for Jones. Didn't see any official nearby, so he pops up. He's got a few words to say to Schaefer thereafter. So things getting testy here in Fulton. 5 minutes to play here in the second overtime. We're still tied 2-2. Jump ball situation. Sent ahead, and Williams is going to send it back. Bones at midfield with it. Drops it back to Hackler. Hackler tries to send it back. Now does so to Molly, Sabi Molly. As he sends this one ahead, Jones will chase down the possession. 4.5 to play here in the second overtime. If we don't have a winner in this one, we'll go to a shootout. I will say it'd be the first time since I've been in ICC since we've seen anything like that. It will be Coach Carson said it'd be the first shootout for ICC in the history of the men's program. Indians with possession, weaving their way through traffic. Trying to go ahead is Bevel. Bevel had it, gets it back now. Bevel sets it up. This is Timmons. Once again, a chance to redeem himself. Just too high. Tries to go top shelf. Good look that time by Timmons, but just about a half a foot too high for Timmons. So the Indians have had two good looks, but have come up empty so far here in the second overtime. We've got 3:40 to play. ICC with the throw in on the side. Lashley looks like he's hurting on the side over there. So he's trying to walk off maybe some cramps in that situation. Ollie going to send this one in. Sends it ahead. Bevel had it bounce off of him. Now gets it back. Tries to beat his guy. Still fighting forward. Bevel fires. Shot is up. No, just hit the outside of it. From our angle, it looked like it went in. And I thought that was it. And so did the ICC dugout. But the angle that we were at, he actually hit the outside of the post, and it goes out of bounds. Stoppage by the officials. So we're going to allow Lashley to come out. Lashley looking like maybe a hamstring injury. So Lashley will come out. Gordon will come in. Oh, my goodness. Drama building here in Fulton. 2-2 is your score. 2:50 to play here in the second overtime. Ahead they go. Jones steps in front of that offering. Now they get it back. Ahead they go to Huddleston. Huddleston's going to kick this one. It's going to go out. We're to be a toss in here for Jones County. Some of the ICC football team now out supporting the Indians, trying to cheer the good guys to victory here. 2-2 is your score. 2:15 to play here. Jones with it now. They send it ahead, broken up nicely that time by Bevel. Mind you, Bevel has just checked in for the first time today in this second overtime, and he's played nicely so far for the Indians. Huddleston with it. Now the Indians looking for a solid possession here. It is sudden death overtime rules. 1:45 to play. Ahead they go. They're trying to find a Fernandez. Led him just a bit too far. Jones. High pop fly on that return. It's going to hit, and it's going to go out, and it's going to be Indian possession. 1:30 and counting. 1:30 and counting here in the second overtime. We're tied 2-2. And I hate to say what I'm about to say, but I just felt a raindrop. So Huddleston going to try to step into this one, coming up on the 1 minute mark. Fires it ahead. And the rain is starting to sprinkle here in Fulton, but we play on. 1 minute to play here in overtime. 2-2 is your score. Ahead they go. Dangerous situation. Schaefer comes up, makes the play. Got to get back. Tried the bicycle kick. Nothing there. Indians escape potential Easy scoring position that time for Jones. They send it ahead. No! No, you've got to be kidding me. Jones with the winner from way outside. Schaefer not hustling back that time. And that's your contest. Jones County wins it on a whim, 3-2 to end the season for the Indians. Tough way to end the season for ICC, as he just put a foot into that one, hope for the best, and just over the head of Schaefer. 3-2 is your final as they score that one with 28 seconds left to play in the double overtime. We want to thank everyone that's tuning in. We want to thank everyone that's come out to the park today to support the Indians. A disappointing finish to the season for ICC. 3-2 is your final in favor of Jones County. They will advance to take on Pearl River in the semifinal round on Saturday at 5:30. So for Raphael Henry, for Coach Cody Carson, for Lee Adams, and it's been Adam Gore. Well, 3-2 final in favor of Jones. It was a tough one, but it was an exciting one here. So, as always, ladies and gentlemen, go Indians.